Melchizedek, being by interpretation king of righteousness, and after that also king of Salem, which is king of peace, met Abraham, and blessed him, to whom also Abraham gave a tenth part of all. Now consider how great this man was, unto whom even the patriarch Abraham gave the tenth.
Having no father or mother he, living no length of days like you and me, a king of righteousness, a king of peace, he lived continually to be a priest, and of descendants he had none. Though a great man was he, resembling God's Son, a king of righteousness, a king of peace, and lived continually to be a priest. Melchizedek, priest of the Most High God, Melchizedek, priest of the Most High God. Meeting Father Abraham, he blessed the one who had the promises of things to come. And Abraham gave him of the best. He gave a tenth to Melchizedek. Melchizedek, priest of the Most High God. Melchizedek, priest of the Most High God.
Dwelling in tents with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise.
Isaac too was blessed by God, he reaped 100-fold. His wife Rebekah had twin boys, a prophecy had told. The blessing passed to Jacob's line and on to his 12 sons, and to their descendants the promised land would surely come. Jacob went to Egypt land, he worshipped there and died. His family stayed 400 years and God their needs supplied. Joseph, Jacob's special son, was second to Egypt's king, and gave command when going home his body they would bring. By faith, looked ahead by faith, believing in the promises, he pleased God with faith. The son was born in troubled times, so beautiful his parents could see. They weren't afraid of the evil king, nor of his decree to cast boy babies to the river, that they might not live. But this special baby boy for 3 months was hid. When they couldn't hide him anymore because someone might see, they placed him in a basket and set him in the reeds. Now Pharaoh's daughter saw it float and said, "Bring it to me." She drew him from the water. Moses he will be. Moses grew in Pharaoh's home, but left it in the end, choosing rather the people of God than the pleasures of sin. Faith by faith, looked ahead by faith, believing in the promises. He pleased God with faith. By faith he kept the Passover and sprinkled the blood, crossed the sea as on dry land, led by God above. He led the children of Jacob's home, the promise came to pass. Seen the land in the distance, Moses breathed his last. These all received not the promises, but embraced them in their hearts. They longed for a city, a heavenly one, where they would have a part. By faith, looked ahead by faith, believing in the promises. He pleased God with faith. By faith, looked ahead by faith, believing what they couldn't see. They pleased God with faith.
And Moses was faithful in all God's house, as a servant, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. God spoke to Moses many, many times. God also did mighty miracles through Moses to free the children of Jacob from Egypt and bring them through the desert to the promised land. While traveling to the promised land, Moses returned to Mount Sinai, as God had said, when he had first appeared to him at the burning bush. Moses went up on Mount Sinai to receive the 10 Commandments and the Holy Law. The law and the commandments were God's covenant or agreement with the children of Jacob. When God spoke the 10 Commandments and showed his glory to all of the congregation, the mountain was ablaze with fire and smoke, and thunder and lightning, and an earthquake, and the sound of trumpets, and the voice of God. Moses was very frightened by it all, as were all the people. God also gave Moses the design for the tabernacle and the ordinances of the priesthood. Aaron, Moses' brother, was the first high priest. One of the hallmarks of the covenant was that God's very presence would dwell among his people in the mercy seat above the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant was a golden chest that held the tablets of the 10 Commandments, Aaron's rod, and a golden jar of manna. It was kept behind a veil, a thick curtain, in the most holy place within the tabernacle. The most holy place was so holy that no one but the high priest was allowed to go behind the veil, and he could only enter once a year with the blood of an animal sacrifice to ask for God's mercy and atonement for the sins of the people. With the law and the commandments, Moses established God's covenant with the children of Jacob. They entered into relationship with God and entered into his promise of blessing and rest in the promised land. But some didn't enter his rest. And to whom sware he that they should not enter into his rest? But to them that believed not, the word preached did not profit them, not being mixed with faith.
God brought them out of Egypt land. Some didn't enter his rest. He led them to the promised land, but some didn't enter his rest. He gave them manna, heaven's bread, some didn't enter his rest. He gave the law and the commandments, but some didn't enter his rest. His rest, his rest, his blessed Sabbath rest. His rest, his rest, his blessed Sabbath rest. The prophets spoke in later times of rest that was yet to come. Not Joshua's rest in the promised land, but of the rest of a blessed one. And so for us remains today the rest of which God spoke, if we believe his promise of the rest of a better hope. His rest, his rest, his blessed Sabbath rest. His rest, his rest, his blessed Sabbath rest.